Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Billy's Travels on Facebook and on YouTube. As you can see, I'm on the Isle of Man Seacraft, the Manxman, heading to the Isle of Man. Probably you can see just behind me the shores of the Isle of Man. We're probably 3 or 4 miles out now. We're expected on our berth around 5:20, getting off therefore. The crossing's approximately 4 hours. We've had a reasonable crossing this afternoon. It's been quite pleasant actually. There's not many people on, being midweek. A few of the granny buses are on, which I've told you about in the past. There's nothing much to report this next 12 days, as of course Billy is on the mainland in the UK and I've come across to do some work on my property. So I'm due back in the UK on the 31st of March. So I've got a quick turnaround and got a lot to do in those few days with a doctor's appointment also. But I'll show you around the Isle of Man while we're here, as I have done in the past, and we'll take it a little bit further if we can out to Peel and probably go down south as well this time, which we haven't done in the past. I'm leaving the car over here this time and Diane's bringing that back after Easter. She's staying over to look after things with the property. And I'm flying back and getting the train, which is going to be a bit tight to pick the motorhome up on that Monday. If I have to stay over, I have to, but I hope not. I'm hoping to get everything done in the next 12 days. So join me in the next week and we'll see you around in Douglas. Bye for now. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Billy's Travels on Facebook and on YouTube, and of course we're travelling now without Billy. It's just me, John, here on the Isle of Man. I've been over back home for a week. Mind I don't get run over here. I've been back over just for a week. I am coming back on Monday. I've got most of the things done. We've got all the stuff done for HMO and such like, and got on quite well. Still got a few more jobs to do. We've got new lintels put in, still awaiting the plasterer as always. See if we can do the old turn round thing. There we go. Second time lucky. Right, here we are, just walking along the promenade, the tides, the sea, should I say, is quite out. I can't see the Mananning, but the Ben McCree's there, and of course the big boats away to Heysham, the Empress Hotel, where we got married many years ago. How many years? 13, 14 this year. 14 this year. Of course, they put the harbour wall in here, and they've stopped it. They've stopped it there. The waves and rocks still crash into the cars down there, but not in the town. It should have gone a lot further, of course, but there you go. Can only do so much, but looks quite nice. I came home to some sad news as well. I was looking through my stuff for the HMO, and I noticed that we needed our emergency lighting and alarm system yearly check, and the guy that does it, Howard Kelly, I found out sadly passed away at Christmas. I think he was about 76, I'm not sure. A lovely chap, it really was. And it just shook me really. It just shows you, he had a stroke and then he had another stroke, and that second one sadly finished him off. So we went out and had a couple of sherbets last night in Howard's memory. He was a cracking chap, did a lot for the Masons and the football club up at Peel, and ran at St John's, I think it is, or Peel. One of the two. He used to run the campsite at TT and things like that. A lovely chap. Right, I've got to go back to doctors in the morning again. I've had my check and something wrong with bloods. I suspect it's a liver issue. I've certainly been smacking the beer while I've been back. A bit naughty of me, really. I know my daughter will be slapping me around the head. It's a bit blustery today. I don't know if you can hear the wind blowing in my grey locks. Talking of which, I'm just walking down to Jack's for a beer. Bless. A few things have changed, but not a lot, you know. It's been a good few months since I've been on the island, personally. And I'll probably have to come back before TT, depending on what the doctors say tomorrow. I've also followed up about my cataracts operation, and there's nothing happening there. And so I'm back on Monday, flying at 8 o'clock Monday morning, then getting the train from Liverpool, changing at Sheffield, getting off at Brough and catching the bus, picking Billy up, and then we're going to Haven at Thornwick Bay yet again for 7 days, £137, which ain't bad. And as you know, I like going swimming at Thornwick Bay, and that is included in the price of everything. And of course I'm picking the Grom up and taking the Grom with me everywhere we go now. I've also, while I've been on the island, I've bought a top box for the trailer. As you've seen, just lately I've been putting a roof rack on the trailer, and I've got the Halford's top box I wanted, the 420 litre one, for all our bike gear to go in. So that's all sorted. Diane's bringing that over after Easter. Of course, Diane's stopping here, so I've got 3 weeks in the UK, and then Diane comes over on Easter Monday on the ferry in the car. So the car's staying here. Then the car has to go in and have the dreaded cam belt done, and that'll be going into Scunthorpe probably at the end of April, to get that done and possibly service. A couple of new, she's having new shoes put on the back because they're a bit shy. I was looking, they're from 2017 when we bought the car, so they haven't done so bad. 35,000 miles, so it's not done too many miles, of course, for its age. What's been happening on the island? Not so much, really. I noticed the circus is in town. Cadney's, is it? Cadney's Circus. I noticed they were coming off the ferry the other night. Everything's much the same in Jackson. I went to see a good friend of mine, Chris, on Sunday. He's got moved in and sorted into his new house. He's moved over here from Ireland and works for, I think it's 3FM. And his wife's got a job over here. The kiddies are in school and loving it. So he's made his life here on the island, which so many people are doing with kiddies. It's a great place to bring a family up. I know I'm not a big fan of it over here, and I don't promote it, but it is a nice place to bring your kids up. Better than a lot of big towns in the UK, of course, now. But for us aging pensioners that want to be up and off at our age, it's maybe not so good, because the price of getting on and off the place, that's the big trouble, of course. So here we are, walking towards the Gaiety Theatre and the Sefton Hotel. Last time, of course, the scaffolding was up at the Sefton, so they've obviously painted it and dolled it all up, looking splendid as it is. You know, still doing a few bits of work here. Tombs, who I used to work with, Marty Downey's crowd. I had 4.5 years with Tombs when I first came over here. Finishing off the harbour wall up to here and onwards. As usual, a lot of scaffolding going up everywhere. The other night there was, I missed it, there was a drone display on in the Isle of Man. Very, very nice it looked indeed. You had like all, excuse me, you had the Isle of Man legs in lights in the sky, and the TT course in the sky and the TT logo and all sorts of stuff like that. It was very good apparently. Diane and Joe went down to see it, and Diane's on babysitting duties the next couple of days because our grandson Tyler's fallen out of bed and broken his collarbone. Bless him. So he's not going to nursery at the moment. Pretty painful, I would think. A collarbone for a 3-year-old. So get well soon, Tyler. And Ella, look after him. That's about it, really. I've got about 3 or 4 more little jobs. I've got a radiator to fit on. I've got some guttering to do outside. What else? Architraves to put on. We're waiting for the plasterer. I haven't got as much done as what I hoped. I was hoping the plastering would have been done and drying by now, but there isn't no plaster on the wall. But hey ho, there you go. We'll get there eventually. And possibly coming back on the island, I would think just before TT, May the 15th, 16th, something like that, for a weekend, just to sort things out ready for TT, get the room set up and everything for our guests that are coming over, and then just a flying visit for the weekend. And carrying on with Billy's travels, of course, after Thornwick Bay, I'm heading to Ripon, hopefully. Then from Ripon, I'm heading on to Kirby Longsdale, I hope, if it's not too booked up for a couple of nights, and then on to Kendal for Easter. I've got 6 nights booked in Kendal. Joe's coming over. He's bringing his helmet. We're going to go, hopefully, to Coniston on the Grand Tour up, which should be fun. We'll have some shoots on that and some footage, hopefully. And then Joe goes home on the Easter Monday, and Diane comes back in the car with the top box and stuff like that, and we get going on from there down towards Scunthorpe, where we're taking the car. We went to York after that, after Kendal for a few days. York, I think it's York Cricket Club. I'm already booked in one of these out and abouts with the DA. I'm not sure which DA it is, but thanks to them I'll be doing a shoot later on, if that's all right. And that's about it, really. So those were the streets of the Isle of Man as I'm walking down towards Jack's, and that's about it for now. Sorry if I've waffled on, and we'll speak again soon. Bye now.